What's up, everybody? Tommy Har with the Real Side of Real Estate, and today we're going to a house that we just had to fire a contractor. So in this video, you're going to learn all about contracting, when to fire somebody, why to fire somebody, and the expectations that you need to set as a real estate investor to make it easier when you do have to fire a contractor. And in this channel, you're going to learn how I became a 23-year-old home inspector all the way to a 27-year-old millionaire through real estate investing, all through the things you're going to learn in this channel right here. So before you go any farther than this, make sure you like and subscribe to this channel for the real side of real estate. Let's get it. We're already late. Rob took his jolly old time this morning. We got to get 30-minute drive. So we got a 30-minute drive here. Going to take a couple minutes to kind of explain why we had to fire this contractor, and then we're going to go to the property, meet with our new contractor just to uphold the expectations. So I'm going to say that a lot in this video. Expectation, expectation, expectation. You shouldn't have to fire a contractor. They usually fire themselves. It's in the beginning, before you swing a hammer, what are the things that you need to see as the boss, as the owner? So for us, it's certain things. It's quality expectations. It's, I need paper on my floors. I need timeliness. And for those things, we are going to pay you and we're going to keep you busy. So if contractors over time, they make excuses, they're not on site, they're not getting things done, the job is sloppy, then it makes it a lot easier to fire these people. And then another thing as an entrepreneur, people are always coming and going. Don't get stuck on keeping one contractor forever, team members forever. Like shooting this video 30 minutes ago, one of our team members that's been with us for 1 year just came in and quit on me this morning, but the show goes on, you know? So Rob doesn't even know about that yet, but as an entrepreneur, you got to roll with the punches. You can't sulk about things. You can't wallow. You have to roll with the punches, go to the next thing, because as the boss, the show must go on. So we got about a 30-minute drive, meeting with one of my other contractors that I know is going to do a good job. This house we bought for $330,000, and it's in actually the city that I grew up in. It's in Pickerington, Ohio. We're putting about 60 grand in. We're about halfway done with the rehab. So now we're gonna have to backtrack a little bit, fix the things rather than fix them all at the end, and move forward. So it's little steps back to move forward, and we'll see what we got going on here. And one other point when it comes to contractors that I didn't mention before is this is a brand new contractor relationship. So this person, we found them on Facebook. They posted in one of the groups, said, hey, I moved here from St. Louis. My husband has a crew. We're looking for work. So I reached out and I said, hey, we've got work. Let's talk about it. So that is the perfect time to set your expectations. It's not after you start work. So I told Bruce, my project manager, I said, Bruce, this new relationship, we have to be very, very upfront about how we want everything done, kind of things we talked about. And then, so I don't micromanage my contractors once we've built the relationship, but we need to be at that job site and be on their ass as much as possible, because we need to see what they're all about and see fast. Because in this business, you need to hire contractors slow and fire them extremely fast. Let me say that again. Hire your contractors slow, meaning vet the hell out of them, and then once you see their work, fire them if need be. So we walked the house this Saturday, because it's in my hometown, and with my mother-in-law, father-in-law, and my wife, and the work was not the way that you might see this house and be like, that's pretty good. It's not up to my standard, and it's not worth going back and forth with this new person after we set the expectations. So we just decided, instead of hearing excuses back and forth and them begging that they're going to do it right, you just fire them, go to the next person. It's hard to even think that way, but I promise you, if you follow the way that I'm talking about this, you will be so much better off, because you're not going to be dragging this on. Just rip the Band-Aid off when it's available, because you're just going to get excuses. They're going to blame other people, and just pay them out. So I don't know, like painting's not done all the way yet. I'm going to pay them probably all the way for painting, because I don't want them to bitch to me. I don't want to hear about it anymore. I'm just going to cut the Band-Aid, rip it off, and go to the next. So that's a really, really important lesson that's taken me years to learn, but it's crucial when it comes to hiring new contractors. So set the expectations, uphold the expectations, and if they don't, rip that damn Band-Aid off as soon as you possibly can, because that extra couple weeks is less than finding a new contractor for the next week or two and going from there. So learn from that lesson too. All right, so it's my hometown of Pickerington, Ohio, meeting with my contractors here. But this is a nice neighborhood. Not the high school I went to, but the other one. Hey, hey. Hi. How we doing? Good, how are you? Good. Thanks for meeting. Sorry, we got the camera. We're talking about bad contractors.
Oh, okay.
So, obviously not you guys. Are you cool with that?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. How was your weekend?
Bien.
Good?
Yeah.
Cool. I don't know whose truck that is. Oh, it's his van, okay. So I guess to start, the first thing is I think all the paint is here to start. We're gonna paint the outside. Okay. We got to get that done probably this week. It's gonna start getting cold. Yeah.
This week's good temp.
Okay. But they did a lot. And I'm not gonna say it's horrible. But you'll see the.
It's a wonderful house.
It's beautiful, right? I grew up in this area. I didn't spend much time in this neighborhood, but this was Pickerington Central. I went to Pickerington North. But you can see they did quite a bit already. But the problem is, get some of these lights on here. So it's painted, but they did not prep the walls like at all. So you'll start to see, I mean, this is not really that, this is okay, but like you'll see drips kind of everywhere. And like they painted the doors all have like, they have drip lines where they sprayed them, so they really kind of need sanded down. So it's mostly a lot of that stuff. It's like visually, if you look at it like this, it looks okay. But once you get into the rooms and light, it starts to flash and look like shit. Yeah, you can see it up there, kind of on that door, right? Like how they sprayed it. It's all. Yeah. It needs a whole, everything needs one more quick skim coat. What we also decided is that we're going to take this stuff down. Take it down and then mud it however it needs. We're going to use this because we weren't going to paint the cabinets either, and now we are. Let me see if I can get a light on here. But we caught them like right away. There was wallpaper in here. We caught them trying to mud over the wallpaper. That was the first thing, and it was like, okay. But obviously we just put these countertops on, but tape them down. We're gonna take this off. So keep the crown, but take this off, and then Bruce will send a color. It'll be like a gray, like a dark gray. And then the hardwood under here, we are going to be replacing, or not replacing, refinishing. Okay. We have a guy that's already planned on doing it. Is that? Do you guys want to do it, or are you okay with it?
He said after this one he wants to start.
Okay. All right. Perfect. All of it. Inside, spray the whole thing. Yeah. So cut it down, tape it off, spray it, and then we'll do a backsplash. But Alberto, because those last contractor, they don't do tile or anything like that. So Alberto and his guys did the tile in the bathrooms, so that the floors in the shower. So that's all good.
He is going to do backsplash, right?
Yes, you guys will do the backsplash. So like, just like basic stuff, like scraping this stuff down, the paint off, caulking everything in, caulking in. I mean, just all the walls have imperfections that just need like caulking that, trim. But it's really pretty cool house.
Yeah, it's nice.
We still have to swap out all the outlets.
Cambia todos los outlets.
Sí.
Yeah, it's a lot of like touch-up work.
Mucho retoque.
Yeah.
Sí, dile que a lo mejor se vuelva a pintar otra vez. Sí.
He'll probably need to repaint it.
I figured so. That's okay. I'm imagining a couple days of skim coat and then paint one more coat of throughout. Let's go. Yes, I mean, just like didn't prep really at all. And then when they sprayed, so there's gonna be some, I mean, you're gonna have to sand a little bit. So that's stuff I was talking about. And this is gonna be a house almost worth 500 grand. These buyers are gonna know that, right? I mean, even if it's in a $200,000 house, it's not acceptable for me and my team, right? We can't have, I mean, those are the easy things. Paint, like carpet, like that stuff, behind the wall is a little bit harder, but make sure that you're looking at these things and don't be afraid to fire somebody because of it. I mean, you may be able to see this here in the video, if we can zoom in on that. So like this stuff, this is completely unacceptable. So like we're paying to paint, to prep before paint. There should be little to no wall imperfections. That is a very easy thing to fix before you start, right? So we got the hardwood here. We're gonna be doing LVP, which is here throughout this living space. Beautiful house. Beautiful, beautiful house. So we're gonna do LVP in here. It's already in here.
Aquí vamos a hacer VP.
Yep. And then these cabinets will stay, and we're gonna spray them the same color as this.
Se van a quedar esos gabinetes, lo van a pintar igual que estos.
It's mostly it for here. Downstairs in the basement, kind of the same stuff. So they did most of the stuff that we asked for here, but you could see where they like sprayed some of it black, left it white. So now I'd rather have these white, but now we gotta kind of make them all black, right? So this is the furnace exhaust. And it's like it's half sprayed, half not. Somebody's gonna come down here and be like, they half-assed it. Same thing with like the ductwork here. It's like this underside's not been painted, the top has, the bottom hasn't. So it's just,
So you want it all black?
it got to at this point. It's gotta all go black.
Y aquí también de negro, ¿no?
Yeah, all of it, all the way around, up and around. So same thing with like this. This can all stay white, which is okay, but black here, yeah. What I mean, if it's already painted black, we kind of got to continue it. So they didn't tape anything off. I think that's the thing. They just came in and sprayed. And then lastly, we didn't fix this subfloor. Rob, can you show this light here for them? Under the back door.
Ah, ya.
Cut that out.
Sí, sí, sí. Pero ese es el porche ya, ¿no?
Is
Yeah.
that the porch?
Back door. Back door to the porch.
Ah, sí, sí, sí. Sí, se tiene que arreglar.
Yeah, he said at least.
And we'll have everything we talked about will be on, we'll have a scope of work on it already.
Okay.
But the floors look good. Yeah. And then like either build two like doors here or at least like corner bead these off and something like make it look like it's not just rough drywall, you know?
Like a trim around it?
Something. Yeah, that'd be great.
Is that a crawl space?
Yeah. But same thing through to the basement. Like I would say just general whole house, drywall punch. I mean, you can see kind of in the video here, like that you should never have this stuff if you're fully renovating the walls, you should be caulking the doors. You should be, I mean, they painted over outlets. Man, look at that. They sprayed up on the ceiling here. So that's the stuff I was talking about. Like, they said, oh, we can come back and fix it. It's just, no, you're not. No. In here, we painted the vanities, but once again, painted it like shit. So, pull this stuff off and sand it down, spray it to match the same color as the kitchen cabinets.
Okay. Si lo puedes lijar y quitar eso.
Sí, al mismo tiempo.
Pintarlo como en los gabinetes de la cocina de gris.
Sí.
But yeah, same thing, skim coat. Luckily, I think they only did one coat of paint in here anyway.
Around the light.
Yeah, I mean everywhere. I mean you can just see it throughout this entire.
Is that light fixture gonna stay?
Yes,
So,
that's a new one. So we might have to center it too.
yeah.
So they did that also upstairs. You'll see it in the master, but like centered, just the stuff we always do.
Yeah. Allá arriba también, en el master, dice que se va a ver uno en el centro.
Super, super nice solid doors that they just have paint dripping all over them. We've got new door.
Dice que están fuertes y buenos.
We got new door finishes coming, so this will be new.
Se va a cambiar.
And then get more paper down on this hardwood because we're gonna refinish the steps too.
Se van a arreglar los.
Sí. ¿Este color negro se queda?
You want
Yeah.
this black?
Yeah.
Sí.
We'll have to touch it up.
Retocarlo.
I don't think they cleaned before they painted either.
Lo limpiaron antes de pintar.
So there's like, they painted over a bunch of bugs and dirt and.
That's like some,
Aquí telarañas pintadas.
must have came from the landlords that,
Those videos online, yeah.
Digo que vinieron
Right
de
over the
los
outlets, right over bugs, it doesn't matter.
De los duplex y todo.
Y este no tiene primer. Dile que
Because
quiere
this
que quede
doesn't
así.
have primer on it.
That's what I was thinking. It feels very rough.
Do you want it to?
I want it to be done right.
Mira, amor,
Quiere que está hecho bien.
porque mira, ven.
Yeah.
Este con un rasguñón o algo
You
se le va a
just
hacer.
scratched it and it all
Yeah.
the paint came off.
Yeah, I want this. I mean, this can be a nice house. I want it to be done right.
Esta casa va a estar bonito, quiere que está bien hecho. Para que puedas cobrar bien todo.
Great house. Yeah, huge house. But like you can see, I don't think how this is like flashing. So you can see where they sprayed here and they went down and like it just started dripping and they just didn't fix it. It's hard to see in videos, but just a lot of small. And if you want to be a house flipper and you're watching this video, this is the shit that makes you the money. Like it's not the countertops you use, it's not the finishes, it's the things that bring everything together. It's paint. So like here, you can't really see it anymore. I think we wiped it off, but they just didn't wipe off anything. Like here is a good idea of what we're talking about. This should be very smooth, and it's just not. You see my nasty fingers. But same with the trim. I mean, they already caulked it, but it needs to be taken down. It needs to be caulked again. Dirty. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, it's very, very. But unfortunately, this is how a lot of contractors are. You know, we've asked them, I think, 5 times to cover these floors here, and they haven't. So once again, and I guess come in here too. So 2 things. So number 1, what I talked about in the beginning of this video is expectation. So I told them right away, paper the floors. Bruce, my project manager, says he's told the lady 5 times to cover the floors, and it's still not covered. So that tells me that they're just not listening. They're not upholding the standards that we wanted. Also, this tile is brand new. This Schluter is brand new. Look at how they painted over my Schluter. That should be completely black. So now we got to come back through. We got to scrape it down. We got to pay extra money because that is insane. I mean, that is right away. We'll tell you that somebody is just awful. But tile's great because my other guys did it. So that's another thing. As I was making videos, or I was writing them out. When you find good contractors like Uriel here, keep them, pay them well, bonus them, because these are the people, like, they understand the way you like to do business, they understand the finishes, they understand the hard work that goes into it. You gotta keep these people happy. And then we got one, no, this one's new. I would say if this is the same size, we swap it. Oh yeah, in here, take out this. I mean, this room's horrible. Mud it all. Yeah. Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot of mud.
Yeah, he said
It's gonna be full skim. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of why we didn't let them come back and try and fix anything, because it's like, there's just no way. We need more Uriels. It's so cool, right? And they're different in each room. But super cool. Yeah. Yeah. So my guys did this one here. So this bathroom's pretty much done. All the windows we kind of need to scrape down, get ready, make sure they function. My window guys can do that too if you guys don't want to.
What is it?
My window guys can do this stuff, if like making all of them functional, scraping them down if you guys don't want to do that. But like they probably need painted again. But just making sure we're not painting it shut.
Yeah.
He said we'll have to paint them open.
Okay, that's kind of what I figured. Here, obviously, center. Insane. It's like, oh, that was there. Beautiful vanity. We'll keep that. Unless, yeah, I'd say keep it. I think so. It looks good. They didn't get too much mud and paint on it.
Como no le echaron primer de
Since
aceite.
they didn't put primer,
Yep.
it just comes right off.
Crazy. We'll probably re-spend probably another $5,000 redoing all this, but it's better now than having the house sit, because you're gonna have to. The price is gonna reflect, and you're gonna keep dropping price. It's better to fix it as fast as you humanly can, because the farther we go, we're gonna be like, ah, should we fit? So like for the cabinets, for example, I wasn't gonna paint them, and then we came in, we're like, done, paint it. Fire these people, new people in, paint. Let's do this right, and let's go. Let's get to the next thing before it lingers out too much.
Do you want him to
Swap this door.
clean them?
If possible, those are new. Yeah.
Si puedes limpiarlos, dice.
And then if this door is the same size, I would like this door here, because that's the only hollow core door.
Okay, dice que si es la misma tamaño.
Because all of those ones in the hallway are the same.
Porque todos son de esa.
Sí, de madera.
Esta es la única que está
Okay.
como.
If it's the same size. If not, then it's okay.
Sí, la misma, es la misma.
Yeah, he said it is.
Okay.
Yo lo voy a cambiar.
He said then he'll change it.
Okay, thank you. I mean, they completely painted over this outlet. Look at this. That's insane. It's like, what the fuck? Yeah, we got to scrape down the Schluter.
Yeah.
I mean, it's crazy. I don't even know how they do that. I mean, is that mud or is it paint?
¿Es Paco o es pintura?
De los dos.
Both.
Jeez.
Y este
I think you got to try to get that much mud on the Schluter.
igual. Mira. Mira que lo voy a quitar para limpiar.
This one too, he's gonna take it off.
Okay, clean it.
Yeah.
Were they spraying paint in here, you think?
Sí.
Estaban pintando
Yeah.
con spray.
Sí,
Yeah, they were
yeah.
spraying.
That's a problem too.
Pero tú nomás haces eso en los cielos, ¿verdad?
No
Right,
más
look at this door.
que los cielos los pinto con rojo.
One, it doesn't shut, and then two, you got drips everywhere, all the way down. Drips here. They put the handles on and probably painted around it. Just a whole lot of. This door probably needs shaved down a little bit.
Sí, mira, se tiene que
Sí, se tiene que cortar un poquito.
Yeah,
Yeah.
from the bottom, and then obviously this vanity painted
Y
again.
el vanity pintarlo también.
Ajá. Este que falta medio arreglarlo un poquito. Pegarlo.
¿Tú lo pegas?
Sí.
He can glue that down.
Caulk it and glue it. Okay,
Yeah.
thank you. Saving the day.
Yeah. Dice que vas a salvar el día.
Uriel to the rescue.
Okay.
Están completas.
He's gonna see if everything's complete here.
It should be.
No, está quebrada, mira.
Look, it's broken.
Oh goodness.
Mira, por eso
Okay. Okay.
se
We'll,
quedó adentro.
we'll get a list for Bruce. It's in there. Nice. Great. We'll get a list for Bruce, and we'll get everything here.
Okay. Dice que va a agarrar una lista, se lo va a mandar a Bruce y va a asegurar que todo está bien.
Aquí no lo voy a revisar.
He said he's just gonna check the tub just to make sure
Okay.
it's not any damage to it.
We'll probably end up doing new returns.
Okay.
I mean, these have just been painted.
Se va a cambiar.
It's better just to take it off, pop a new black one on.
Poner una negra.
¿Negra?
Yeah. Yeah, it's better than just painting those, unless you think we can paint them clean.
¿Crees que se puede pintar limpio?
Sí, limpio
He
sí.
can do it
Okay.
clean.
Okay. That's good then. Yeah, everything up here is gonna be carpeted. It'll be thick enough. The pad will be thick enough to where it sits under there. The pad will go under, and then.
That's what I was like, it's flush on this side, on that side.
But yeah, they got ceiling textures different in every room. This house is really nice. It's a shame that these people were trying to take me by my money.
No,
Is there gonna be LVP up here or
Carpet.
Oh, okay, carpeta.
Yep, carpet. Big house, baby. Have you seen this room? Look at the ceiling texture here. Super cool.
Old school crown modes, mulch, like, use plaster.
Este sí lo se va a pintar y se tiene que pintar.
So we're gonna paint this then?
Yeah.
Pero toda la casa
All
no.
the house or just here?
Where, I mean, if you think it just needs spot painted,
¿Crees que nomás necesita retoquecitos?
if you think it needs fully painted, we can fully paint it.
Si crees
I
que
trust whatever you guys
necesita
think.
Completo, él te confía lo que tú dices.
Es que este es el espaco virgen, aquí no tiene
He said
pintura.
that's like virgin mud, so it doesn't have paint on it.
Okay.
Lo que yo podría hacer nomás para que se ahorre, pintar nada más únicamente este cachito
He
aquí.
said what he could do to save just this area right here where it's all ugly and
Okay.
painted.
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna have to paint that ceiling in there too when we drop
Pero
the
se va a
tiles
tener
too,
que
so.
pintar
También allá,
adentro
sí.
cuando se quita esas
So,
piezas.
O si
Entonces,
quiere que le pinte yo
or
toda
do
la
you want
casa.
him to paint all of the ceiling? That's up to you, but he said
Okay.
he could do it here and in there.
okay.
Roleado todo.
If we do that and we can tell in the other rooms that it needs painted, I'll just trust your guys' judgment. Just text us and be like, hey, this all needs done.
Dice que si después de que haces aquí y allá, si tú sientes que se ve que necesita toda la casa, él te va a confiar su palabra y lo pintas el resto.
Bueno,
Yeah,
Okay.
cool. Outside? Any other questions in here?
¿Tienes preguntas acá adentro?
no, ninguno.
All good?
Eso.
And I would say whenever you guys are ready to start on this one, we're ready to go.
Cuando tú estás listo, dice, métete a comenzar.
So I think we already got the outside paint. It's here.
Okay, dice que ya está aquí la pintura.
So
Ah, ya.
paint all the wood, all the trim. And then there's a little bit of,
Madera, toda la trim.
and then there's just a little bit of rot And like stuff that needs redone here.
Dile que va a haber unas que sí las voy a cambiar nuevas, hija, mira.
He said there's going to be a few pieces that he'll need to
Yeah.
change new.
Yeah,
Órale, esta.
that's fine.
Dice que sí
This
está-
is rotten all the way too, so.
está podrido todo.
So a soffit, white,
Blanco.
I believe. It's in the scope. I've not looked. Let me just look at the scope actually.
Tiene en los hojas. Es un nice porch.
It's super nice.
Mira, para jardín de día.
Sí, jardín, jardín.
Alrighty. So. So the siding is going to be a gray. The fascia and gutters another gray. Trim around windows a gray. So it'll be like a gray and darker gray.
Entonces va a ser como un gris y un gris más oscuro.
It doesn't say anything about the soffits.
No dice de los soffits.
Let me ask the team. Hey guys, over here at Bluefield, are we doing the soffits the same color as the trim and fascia? Question mark.
¿Y el piso?
Are you gonna leave? Are we painting this gray?
Yeah.
Se va a pintar de gris.
Cool. Very nice. Huge lot. It's a lot of mowing.
Sí. Dile que si este mulch se va a reemplazar o se queda.
Is he gonna go over this mulch or are you gonna leave it that way?
We're gonna probably do another layer of mulch.
Otro pasada de mulch.
Ah, ya, ya.
With that one that's over there, there's like.
Yeah, I think so. I think they left that for us, so we'll probably use that.
Dice que sí, hay que usar esa. Ahí lo dejaron.
Ya está.
Yep. Just don't paint the stone. That's all staying the same color.
Dile que si al lavar la casa quiere que se lave igual este o así lo dejo.
You want him when he washes the house to wash this as well?
The stone I don't think actually needs wash. It looks pretty damn good. I'd say keep it.
Déjalo así, se ve bien.
Ah, bueno. Entonces no me lavaría yo lo que se va a
So he'll
pintar.
just wash what he's gonna paint.
Yep.
Pienso yo que también se va a pintar lo de ahí arriba, no igual.
Up there we're gonna
Sí,
paint.
igual.
Yep.
Sí, está bien.
Anything wood.
Todo madera.
Ah, sí. Está incompleto. ¿Y aquí se va a terminar esto o se queda ahí?
Is this gonna stay like this or are you gonna finish it?
Let me look. We're definitely gonna finish it out. I don't know if we have to replace boards or not.
Dice que sí lo van a terminar. No sabe si tienen que reemplazar pedazos de madera.
So demo the deck railing and replace the board. Replace up to 6 boards. Okay. We're painting we're painting it a smoked leather, so like a dark brown. So we'll have to replace some of maybe these boards here, the trim pieces.
Sí, algunos sí.
But I think the bulk of it is being kept. So it looks like they already replaced the boards that were super rotten. So pressure wash and paint.
Lavarlo con el presión.
Sí.
Y algunas de las maderas se tienen que cambiar. You're not gonna put anything like a banister?
Nah.
No, así. Y esto se va. You said what color for this?
I think they said, I think all the paint's in there, but they called it a
Oscuro.
smoked leather.
Ah,
So I'm assuming like a dark brown.
okay. Como color de piel oscuro.
Sí, sí, sí.
We got to do a little bit of trim work here.
Poquito trim aquí.
Sí,
Yeah,
exactamente.
and that one's already, you can already see it. Yeah, it's a big house.
Es una luz, ¿verdad? Creo que.
Yep.
You gonna put another one there?
Yeah. Yeah, Bruce has all of the fixtures and everything already here too.
Okay.
So,
Que el Bruce ya tiene todas las estructuras aquí.
Ah, ya, ya. ¿Y a los que le hace falta mosquiteros se reemplaza, hija, o se queda así?
The ones that don't have the screens, do you want to put them or?
let's pull them off because most of them don't have screens.
Vamos a quitarlos porque casi todos no tienen.
Because we got to paint the outside of the windows too, right?
Que como quiera se van a pintar por fuera las ventanas.
Sí.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
¿Tiene calentón adentro?
Is there heat inside?
Yeah.
Yeah, sí.
Heat, water. The water wasn't on for a while because we had to get the well turned on, but
Okay, no había agua, pero ya.
there's water now.
Porque eso va a ayudar mucho en la pintura.
Because that's gonna help a lot
Yeah.
when they're doing.
Yeah. There's all utilities are on.
stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
Que sí hay todo.
Está bien. Gracias.
Appreciate it.
Gracias.
Thank you so much. All right, so I'm looking at my project trackers. So everything we have is in Google Drive. I have really in-depth project trackers. And just looking at I'm actually gonna screen record this so you guys can see it. So it's screen recording now. So this is the spent versus budgeted. So we've spent $27,781.19 to date right now. And so it looks like we've spent almost all but like 2,000 of our paint. We have about 1,000 left on our drywall. So a lot of the things that we talked about during this are paint drywall issues. So we'll probably spend another $5,000 on paint, maybe a little less, maybe a little more, and then maybe another, let's call it $2,000, $3,000 on drywall. So at the end of the day, this mishap is probably gonna be an $8,000 swing one way or the other. But we bought this house for, and I'll stop recording here, bought it for $330. And as you can see, as we've been walking around, this is a great neighborhood. Very nice school district. ARV's probably $475 at least. And on that screen recording, you just saw that we budgeted $55. So let's call it, we ended up spending $65. So 475 minus 65, that's 405 minus 330. What's that gonna be? Like 70 grand, maybe a little bit more. And then we've got realtors and holding costs. So at the end of the day, it's still gonna be about a 40-ish grand flip. So it's still a great deal, but it's super important. This is the real side of real estate, obviously, right? When you catch the issues, you address them immediately. You don't let them linger. That's why I lost money on my first flip, and I'll never do it again, is because I let the contractor just drag on and on and on and on, because they're just gonna say, oh, we're gonna fix it, we're gonna fix it, we're gonna fix it, and they're gonna tell you all these things, and it never gets fixed. So it's really important to listen to what I'm saying and actually take this advice, but in the beginning, you have to set the right expectations. So our expectations here were the walls were gonna be perfect, the paint was gonna be great, and they just didn't do that stuff. So when we went to fire them, they were just okay with it because they fired themselves. So if you like videos like this, if you want to learn the real side of real estate, make sure you hit that like button, make sure you subscribe, drop me a comment, let me know if you like videos like this. Like I said, we met with this is real life stuff. I just brought you guys along to something that I was already going to be doing. So hopefully you guys like the realness, the rawness of this video. And every Monday, they're going to be dropping right around 8 a.m. So make sure you look out for them. Welcome to the real side of real estate.